Let's get it. Woo! Great morning. Man, I'm fired up. Let me take a sip. Woo. That's fire. 2 scoops vanilla, 1 scoop rebuild strength, all bomb. So you guys, I'm fired up. It's a new week, new opportunities, nothing like a Monday to get you on. Throw in your client thread, your coach's thread, your Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you know, whatever social media on, let them know, hey, I'm on Triple M Live. I sent out the message last night to like 20, 30 people because I'm excited to keep growing this Triple M because I'm so convinced that mindset is the difference maker. That if people can't do better if they don't know better. So really on Triple M, what we're doing is we're equipping people with a mindset. So I'm excited to learn from one of the guys who, when I started diving more into personal development, he was one of the first people that really started talking in a way that I could understand where I was at. You know, being new in personal development, you're not going to understand the deep, you know, philosophical knowledge that people are dropping sometimes. But he was talking really basic language, but it made sense. And his name is Jim Rohn. So Jim Rohn was one of the forefathers of modern day personal development. You guys, he mentored people like Tony Robbins. He mentored Mark Hughes, the founder of Herbalife. He's mentored thousands, and you know, from his impact, from those people who helped, that he's impacted millions of people's lives. So I'm excited to learn from him, but he's going to be telling us what Mark Hughes taught us through his actions. So Mark Hughes is the founder of Herbalife. Almost 38 years ago in March coming up, the company was founded. Mark Hughes started Herbalife at 23 years old, you guys, 9th grade education. So he's going to talk a little bit about what Mark Hughes taught us. And whether you're a distributor or not, remember, you can always learn from people's success. You guys, I've read and listened to autobiographies from people like, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, people like all across the spectrum of, you might not love their whole life or might be doing exactly what they do, but that doesn't mean you can't learn from them. You know, Jim Rohn tells us, you want to learn from the good and the bad. You want to learn from the, you know, the Barack Obama, and you want to learn from the Adolf Hitler. You want to learn what to do and what not to do. You can't just look at one side of things. So always be open to learning new, whether you're a distributor or not. Mark Hughes, 23 years old, started his business out of the trunk of his car from a tragedy that happened with his mom, 9th grade education, and went on to build the #1 nutrition company in the world. You guys, I would want to learn from somebody like that. So without further ado, what Mark taught us, get your notebooks out because we're definitely going to get some live shares, and put in the chat bar where you're from and what you're most excited about for this new week. Like, what are you excited about? Let us know. So what Mark taught us, drop some nuggets on us, Jim.
There's a whole new sense of destiny for Herbalife Company, Herbalife distributors, Herbalife home office, Herbalife leaders, without a doubt. Mark left us in such a fantastic place to take advantage of the next 20 years, having given us his leadership over the first 20 years. Got us to almost $2 billion in sales, 48, 49 countries. He left us with incredible systems to use. He left us with an intricate working power of all of the systems that are working all around the world. It was just unbelievable. He would be proud today to see all those systems at work that brought all of you from all over the world to this Masters. He would have said, we did a good job that first 20 years. Now it's up to all of us to take it on for the next 20 years. The things that Mark taught us were incredible. Here's a pretty good list. First, Mark taught us to get a dream, a business dream, which he helped to formulate. A dream of becoming financially independent. A dream of supporting your children in whatever educational channels they might want to go. A dream of having a business that would satisfy all of your wishes for the future. A chance to be from the profits of your business to be benevolent, you know, like he was. To support worthy projects. To do all of that. Then, of course, Mark taught us to have a personal dream. What do you want for yourself? What do you want for your family? What kind of person would you like to become in the future? What skills could you learn? What could you possibly do with the association of Herbalife and the influence of Mark and Herbalife? The whole key was to see what kind of person you could become, to not settle for less than you could be, to overcome the obstacles personally, develop your personality, become a charismatic person, and to become all that you could possibly become and not leave anything out. That was Mark's dream for all of us. And what we need to do now at the Masters, now that we've heard all of the teaching and all of the training and having it wrapped up here today, is to have a new sense of your business dream, Herbalife dream, the profits you want to make, the business you want to build, the organization you want to have, the people you want to reach, but also coupled with that are your personal dreams. Because what drives us to do the business, what drives us to get up those early hours, what drives us to stay up those late hours, what causes us to put out that extra energy to do an extraordinary job is our personal dreams. And I promise you that if you've got those personal dreams that you want to accomplish, the business dreams of Herbalife can make all those personal dreams come true. I'm asking you not to sell yourself short. If you've got some dreams that you've put away because you thought were impossible, I want you right now to start making a list of all of those things that you really want, because we're here the next few years with the Herbalife dream to help make all your dreams come true. That's what we're all about. Mark taught us to believe in a plan that was workable. And nobody was more of a genius in putting a plan together that was workable to bring health and nutrition, to bring dermagetics, to bring financial independence and personal development to the marketplace. The man was a genius. In the plan he put together, refined over the years, of course. But after 20 years of unique refinement, we now have a plan second to none. I know there's, a new company starting every 5 minutes around the world because network marketing is such a powerful force in all of the world, but I promise you, best your bet be on something that's well tested and well proven, like the genius plan that Mark put together over the last 20 years. We've got the plan. Mark taught us to find a good product you can believe in. 20 years out there in the marketplace, and 20 years of testimonials, and 20 years of life-changing experiences from these products. The product that he asked us to believe in is now set and ready for the next 20 years. There's nothing like it. Herbalife has the products. And then it was Mark's dream that everybody would participate in personal development. Learn the skills, make the changes necessary to capture the essence of all that you've got within you. To become the person you can become, to become a leader, to become a manager, to become a supervisor, to touch other people, develop your own charisma, your own influence, develop your own reputation, be all the person you can possibly be. That was Mark's dream, and I see that happening in front of my very eyes here today. That's what Mark wanted. Mark taught us to talk to the people. Go see the people, he said. I've developed a system that's called person-to-person marketing. Now let's talk to the people and see if we can't, number one, solve their problems. If they've got financial problems, without a doubt, we have the answer. If they're a little lacking in personal development, if they would join Herbalife, we will help them every step of the way to develop them to their full potential. Mark taught us to develop the skills. He taught us that step by step, as he learned the skills, we could learn the skills. When Mark first started, he didn't know how to run a company doing $1 billion in sales. But he was determined to learn. Whatever notes he had to take, whatever class he had to take, whatever teacher he had to listen to, step by step, he learned the skills and asked us to do the same. Then Mark asked us to lead the way. Step out in front. Develop the courage to be the first in your family. Develop the courage to be the first in your community, to lead the way. Mark taught us consistency. How often did we hear him say, day in and day out, week in and week out? Whatever it takes, develop a good plan and consistently work it day after day after day, refining as you go, of course. That was Mark's philosophy. Mark taught us to believe in the future, using the past to correct our mistakes and using the future to get excited. No one was more excited about the future than Mark. He was excited about tomorrow. He was excited about next week. He was excited about next month. He was excited about the next training. He was excited about his next trip. He was excited about the next city he was going to attend. He was excited about the next country where he was going to appear. He was excited about the next chance to call a conference together of top leaders from all over the world. Every feature of the promise of the future of Herbalife, Mark had this incredible, boyish enthusiasm, embracing every piece of the future, because he had the confidence that what we had learned in the past would help us to develop the future, and that we would be absolutely the best in the industry, number one, no doubt about that. Mark taught us to believe in the people. The people is where the fortune is. If you help the people, you help yourself. If you solve their problems, you solve your own problems. If you help them take the first steps, it makes your steps even stronger. If you help the people with their vision of the future, your vision of the future gets clearer. If you help the people overcome obstacles, your obstacles will disappear. If you work hard to put money in someone else's pocket, mysteriously, your pockets fill up with the money. If you will invest in the people, they will invest in you. If you inspire them, they will inspire you. If you will lead them, someday they will lead you. Typical example, Mark Hughes, Jim Rohn. In those early days, Mark attended my seminars. And then finally, I attended his seminars. If you help someone else, someday they will help you. You be the leader now, they may be the leader later when you need that kind of leadership. If you will inspire somebody now, later someday when you need the inspiration, I'm telling you it will be there. Mark said, reach out and touch everybody you can touch. He talked about talking to 10 people a day. And I know some of you are talking to more than 10 people. Some of you maybe are talking to a little less than 10 people. But it wasn't just exactly the figure 10. It was talk to enough people to fill up the day's activity. But if you will talk to the people, every person you talk to could be an open door, the next friend for life, the next business associate. He knew that the genius of building a multi-billion-dollar company was to pay attention to the people. Go see the people. Go train the people. Go inspire the people. Help them to see a vision of the future. Help them to solve their problems. And he knew then if we did that, we would build a company second to none. We would have all the resources we needed, and we would have the strength to keep doing it on into the future. One more, Mark taught us to believe in ourselves. He said, you've got the genius. He said, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can turn it around, you can turn it around. If I can start with nothing, you can start with nothing. If I discovered something within me that helped me become a leader of a multi-billion-dollar company, why couldn't you do the same? If I can inspire the people, you can inspire the people. If I can come up with a good 90-day plan, you can come up with a good 90-day plan. Believe in yourself, believe in your language, believe in your heart, believe in your faith. You've got everything you need to do all that you want to do to become all you can possibly become. Believe in yourself. No one taught that better than Mark. He gave me a unique sense of my own personal dignity, not only by the job that he asked me to do, traveling with him around the world and touching the people, but he also gave me a sense of destiny. He gave me a sense that if I kept developing my skills and kept working on my sense of vision, that the opportunity for me would be absolutely never ending. And for me, that turned out to be true.
Man, that was powerful. All right, Rox, what you got for us? Give us some nuggets.
Whoa. All right. So for me, man, let me read them. Which one do I want to give? I really, really love the beginning. And this could be for any business, right? This could be for your Herbalife business. This could be for your own personal business. Whatever endeavors you're taking upon, you know, I really love how he said that what drives us to do this business, and for me, I'm talking Herbalife, but again, you could apply it to anything. What drives us to do this business is our own personal dreams. And so many times what I've seen in people, especially doing Herbalife for the last 5 years, you know, is just that people won't do more, people don't produce, or people don't like go the extra mile because they're not clear on their goals and their dreams, you know, because if they were clear on their goals and their dreams, then the actions and everything that they do inside of their business would represent and would reflect that. And so I think it's so important to get clear on that, not only on why we do the things, but also like, yes, it could be for our friends and our family or whoever it may be, that could be your why, but also having our own personal list of dreams of the things that we want to do and want to see like in our lifetime. So I think that's very important because like you said, Herbalife can make all your personal dreams come true. Like we have the vehicle, but like, again, are you clear on the goals and the dreams? So I really, really love that. And then at the very last, I loved how he talked about believing in yourself. It's like believe in yourself, believe in your language, believe in your heart, believe in your faith, because at the end of the day, it's our belief that rules absolutely everything that we do. You know, you can have your personal list of dreams and everything that you want to achieve, but the biggest determining factor, not only is it like the work ethic, but it's also your belief in yourself. You know, believing that you can do more, believing that you can achieve like a vacation, believing that you can sit VIP every single event, believing that you can like inspire and help so many people like a month and bring on like so many new team members a month. Like you can do all of that, but at the end of the day, it's going to all come down to your belief system, because whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right. And again, it all goes to show like numbers aren't everything, but they are everything. And so that goes to show whether it shows up in your belief system, but then it also shows up if you're really crystal clear on what it is that you want. Like it all shows up in our personal production and what we do.
Nice, love it. A couple of takeaways for me is that number one, when he talked about network marketing as a business model, I don't know if you guys know this, but Rohn was part of network marketing when he was starting his career at 25 years old. He became a millionaire inside of network marketing from being broke. His mentor was a guy named Earl Show. And he talked about the power of the business model. Think about it, you guys. Network marketing is the best way to organically take products to the market without banner ads, without commercials. It's people talking to people. So he said if you're starting to notice, a lot of network marketing companies are popping up. They're all over the place. I didn't start seeing them a lot. I got introduced to a few when I was younger, like a candle company, like a prepaid legal company. I didn't really understand the business model, so I didn't want to take part in it. But then when I got introduced to Herbalife, nutrition and health and wellness made sense for me. That's why I was interested. And then network marketing came later. But as I learned more about the business model, it started to make more and more sense. But then he said, you want to go along with something that's tried and true and been tested. You guys, Herbalife, 38 years, 90 countries. It's like so worldwide, it blows my mind. Like I'm just thinking like there's people doing Herbalife like I'm doing Herbalife all over the world in their countries. For example, we had some team members that just got started with the team in Jamaica. And we're like, man, Jamaica. We've never been to Jamaica. My grandfather's from Jamaica. I'm part Jamaican, but I've never been. I don't got any family there. I said, you know what can I do? I searched up the hashtag Herbalife Jamaica. I said, let me see if there's anybody. I saw a few people. And then one person, I said, man, I'm going to just hit him up in the DM. What's up, man? I see you're a leader in Jamaica. Do you have any information on the dates or of any events? Hit me right back. Yeah, we got success training seminars. We got leadership development weekends. I run a nutrition club. And he was wearing a button like me at his nutrition club with the Herbalife posters. And I'm like, This dude is in Jamaica, Kingston. I'm in Miami. We're doing the same thing, connected as a global family of health and wellness coaches and distributors. It was like mind-blowing. How else would I have been able to meet this person? And then we got on a Zoom because the technology is just continuing to expand and connect our new people. And it's like, you guys, this mission is truly global. There's people in Korea right now. There's people in Russia right now. There's people in China right now. There's people in Australia right now. There's people in South Africa right now. There's people all over the world that are part of Herbalife. And whether you're not or you are, just think about the global mission and what your global mission is. Like, for example, we were watching church yesterday. It was the same principle. They would bring people to speak from different churches in different regions, and the mission was growth and empowering the people. It's an amazing thing to think about and to be a part of. And then who you do it with matters, obviously. So I really thought that was powerful because of the power of being tried and tested is important. And then I love what you talked about. Mark said, learn the skills. If I can learn them, you can learn them. Step out in front. Lead the way. He said, don't be afraid to have the courage to be the first in your family, first in your community. I feel like that's so crucial because your family's trajectory will not change until somebody changes it. How are people going to start eating different in your family if nobody starts it? Is it just going to happen one day? How is your family going to start thinking different about finances if nobody starts it? Is it just going to happen one day? I love what Jim talked about. He said, start dreaming about building a financial wall around your family, about being abundant so that you can give to the foundations and the nonprofits that you want to. You can't do that if you're broke. You can't help your family if you're broke. So I really love that. And then you said consistency. Anything you do, you got to do it day in and day out. I talked to one person about Mark Hughes. It was a guy named Christian Perez. He's Paco Perez. Paco Perez was Herbalife's first employee. Then he became a distributor. He's now president. His son is a guy named Christian Perez. And in his office, in his nutrition club, I saw a picture of him with Mark. I said, how was the guy? Because we never met Mark Hughes. He passed away before we joined the company. He said, man, when I met him, he was like a guy with a mission. In his career with Herbalife, which was about 20 years, he only took 3 vacations. And he always had a feeling about him like he had a certain amount of time to complete a mission, so he had to get it done. And that inspired me because that takes consistency. Imagine, you guys, if he only had 20 years with Herbalife. And he created the biggest company in the world for nutrition and wellness. He had to be consistent. Because if the leader's not consistent, nobody's going to be consistent. So you got to learn from consistency and what it can create. You may see the monster that is Herbalife. You might say, how could I do something like that in whatever you do, whether it's your Herbalife business or anything else? It's consistency. How do you eat an elephant? Don't eat an elephant. But how do you eat an elephant is the saying, one bite at a time. Consistency. So those are my biggest takeaways. Who's got a takeaway for us? Give me a thumbs up or a smile. We'll get some live takeaways. Nicole, what you got?
I just like the fact that he says get a dream. A lot of people, I don't think, understand that it really does start with getting a dream. And they're all simple, but I just think it's good to reiterate it. Another thing was to find a product you believe in. And that was so crucial for me, myself, because I've been introduced to other stuff, and it's just like I didn't believe in the mission. I didn't believe in that it would help people and ultimately I want something that will help people and that they can help people. Let's see. And then you just touched on talking to people. And so, I don't know, just stuff that we already kind of know, but it's good to hear it again.
Love it. Talking to people, getting out there to the people. I love what he's talking about. He said this is a people-to-people opportunity. I love that, getting out there and talking to people. I feel like, personally, honestly, I feel like nobody knows Herbalife because I'm looking out here at this city, and I'm like, how many of these people know Herbalife? Okay, maybe a few. How many people are actually using the products? Very few. You guys, the CEO of Coca-Cola, Goizeta, in the 80s, he came up with a slogan that helped their company. Remember, you don't have to agree with people to learn from them. I'm not a fan of Coca-Cola. I feel like it hurts a lot of people's health. But he said only 2 ounces of the 64 ounces that are drinking on average a day by humans are Coca-Cola. He said, okay, we got to close the 62 gap. What did that mean? They were trying to close in on the other 62 ounces that people drink. They wanted them drinking all Coca-Cola, killing everybody. Disclaimer, I'm not saying Coke kills people, but I am saying that I wouldn't drink it. But what am I saying? If they're at 2 ounces, we're less than like a half an ounce. So we need to close like the 63.5 gap. And yes, I want people drinking all Herbalife shakes in the morning, Herbalife tea, you know, CR7 Cristiano drink. I want them drinking it all day. So that's the mission, and we're just barely scratching the surface. So that's why the people marketing is so powerful. I love it. Let's get another takeaway. Give me a thumbs up or a smile. Or actually, I'm going to call on somebody. I want to get a new person. Kathy Cosme. I just saw you. Let me know. Can you share real quick a big takeaway?
Well, y'all pretty much said most of them, especially that, you know, I'm still fairly new to being a distributor. I feel like what I need to really work on for myself, hearing it from everybody, is actually making my goals, you know, putting my dreams out on paper to kind of see it, because of the fact that, yes, I have dreams as far as, you know, being a mother of 7, engaged. You know, right now it's more, I want to get a house for my family, you know, I want to get married, you know, be a happy blended family. So I know those are my goals as far as personal goals, but I think what I need to work on is actually my business dream, you know, my business goals. So I feel like I really need to work on that, you know.
Love that. Yeah, get the goals. And one thing that I love that Herbalife personally gave me back when I started is they said, hey, dream big. Let's set some goals and don't set any boundaries on them. Dream big, and then Herbalife can become the vehicle. House, travel, you know, education for your kids, experiences for your children, your family taken care of. Like, start to dream of these things. Because I'll tell you guys, no matter how big, almost. Now, I'm not going to say you could probably buy the United States with an Herbalife check because that's pretty expensive, but almost. I know people that make a lot of money in Herbalife that from, you know, you want to take your family on a vacation to you want to own an island to you want to, you know, start a foundation to you want to do all that. I know people that have that kind of money in Herbalife. It's the vehicle that can produce it. So you set the goal, then you just decide how fast you want your Herbalife vehicle to take you there. But you got to start dreaming first. Vision board, definitely. Find some images that inspire you, and then start to set some dates. I like the year 2020 because it's a solid number, and we got 2 years. So set it up. So awesome. Let's get one more share. I think we got time for one more. Give me a thumbs up or a smile if you're excited to share. I'm looking through. Thumbs up or smile. Everybody's thinking really deep. Let's get it. Anna, what you got for us?
Hey guys, so my takeaway is the one about believing in the products and then working on yourself. I definitely think that that is like a huge part of being in Herbalife, whether you're a client or a coach, just because how are you going to sell the products if you don't believe in them? And also being developed personally and really digging deep of like who you really are. In November, like, I don't know, I just had an off month, which I'm sure like all of us have off days, off months, whatever. And I didn't get any clients. And I knew why I didn't get any clients was because I wasn't myself. I wasn't working hard enough and living like how I have been living and promoting myself as a Herbalife distributor and the human that I am. So also just like really getting in line. I've never made a vision board, but I plan to when I get home. And but really working on like what you truly want. And I have a why, but I don't know if it's strong enough, and that's not why I'm putting in enough work. But I see the vision. I've met a lot of people who, you know, have been in jail and they come back and now they make like 6-figure incomes in Herbalife or whatever their background is. And like, I've had a great childhood. I've been raised really well. So if it's possible for them, it's possible for anyone. And the opportunity is out there for everyone. So whatever your goals are, honestly, just like, we just all need to put in the work and it's all achievable. So
Let's get it. I love it. Definitely. I'm going to give you one tip. Are you open to some coaching?
Yeah.
Do your vision board this week. Don't put it off
Okay.
when you get back, because this is why. I'll put it off till later mindset seeps into everything. It seeps into your Herbalife business. It seeps into your relationship. It seeps into your finances. When you switch into the I do it now kind of mindset, that starts on your vision board, but then it seeps into your Herbalife business. It seeps into your relationships. It seeps into your finances. So become the kind of person that does it right now, and it'll switch a lot of other things in your life. Start today by making your list of goals and then going to find the pictures and printing them out today. I guarantee you it'll change a lot of things in your business.
Okay.
Let's get it. All you guys, man, fired up for a new week. Jim just dropped some nuggets on us. You got to pay it forward. Do not leave this with you. You got to repost a flyer, repost a selfie, repost a picture of Jim. I don't care what you got to do, but post it on your social media with your biggest takeaway. Send people the recording. I'm about to post it up on Facebook. It's always available at youtube.com/roxandaubs, ROXANDAUBS, Rox and Aubs. And always, always get it, give it, get it, give it. Don't leave it with you. Because remember, what was the other big thing that Mark Hughes taught us? To bring personal development to the world, to bring evolution of the mindset, to help people know that there's a way to improve their thinking so that they can live a better life. That's what we do on Triple M, you guys. So I'm going to unmute everybody. Let's get it. Happy Monday. New week goes. Let's get it. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.